Hey everyone, I just want to go over a particular word in Revelation 13, verse 3. That word is wound, the deadly wound that the beast of Revelation, or what people consider to be the end time Antichrist person, is going to suffer. So I want to click on this verse and look at the interlinear and scroll down and look at wound, which is G4127, which in the Greek says plague, like our term for plague. And if you look, there's two ways that it's used in translation. It's either a blow, a strike, or a wound, or a public calamity, heavy affliction, or plague. And if we see that it's actually translated as plague 12 times, and which is more than used as other types of wounds, like a stripe or a wound. So this is more often considered a plague, which makes sense since the Greek word is plague. So if that's the case, then the beast is more likely to survive a deadly plague than they are a wound to the head, which a lot of people think is going to happen. And if we go back to that verse, it says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death." So it's not that it's actually going to die, the beast. It's as if he would have died. It's bad enough that it was a bad enough wound that he could have died because it was a deadly plague, essentially. So he can't cheat death because he's Satan. He's not the Heavenly Father. So with that being said, let's look at a timeline of Trump with COVID illness and how he survived the deadly plague. And if we scroll through this timeline on Reuters, we can see that on October 2nd, he announces that he has COVID and goes into the hospital. And then, we see October 3rd and 4th, some things going on here. He even had very low oxygen levels. And so, but when we see here October 5th, Trump returns to the White House after a 3-night hospital stay. So it's almost as if this was a copy or imitation of being in the ground, in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights. I don't know if that's a coincidence to you or not, but it's up for you to decide.